Hi everyone, welcome to May's Alchemy Scopes. I am thrilled to be with you outside. I just finished doing the majority of the spreads out here in nature. And I have to tell you right now, I'm filming this at virtually the exact point of the new moon on April 18th, which is informing this next 30-day trajectory that we're all moving into. And so it feels really good to be filming this then, because it's going to imbue this video with that symbology. The Sabian symbol for the 28-degree Aries new moon is the music of the spheres. Now, the music of the spheres is a delicious symbol. It is a big symbol. It's appropriate. As we've moved past this recent birth canal and as we're flowing into this empowered reality state of our pure potentiality, the music of the spheres is reminding us that the holonic realities of life, from cell to body to planet to solar system to galaxy to universe to multiverse, etc., etc., etc. There's multiple holonic realities within the planet and within us. That every holonic reality, every whole within the whole, operates in resonance, in harmonic resonance. There is a harmony to the holonic reality of reality. And a note that if you're experiencing dissonance, which many of you might be, I know for a fact that a lot of clients are experiencing plenty of dissonance because there's a lot moving in our lives. There's dissolving of relationships, money, jobs, houses, etc. I mean, it goes on and on. The last many years have been like that. The last many months have been like that. It is going to exacerbate. For those that aren't aware of the resonance of the harmonic realities of reality and who are not tuning in to those realities, indeed, there will be more dissonance that you're going to experience. So you're required to really wake up to these realities and honor the processes at hand. Know that the dissonance is serving you. The dissonance is a guide to tell you what is no longer in harmony with your soul. If something has become dissonant, if something is starting to break away, allow it. Allow it to break away. It's no longer resonant with what your soul is birthing, with where you're needing to go. Does that make sense? It is brilliant that there's dissonance. Let there be dissonance because it's informing what doesn't work anymore. And for the things that are dissolving, that you're clinging to, that you're not wanting to see go away, let them dissolve, because they wouldn't break away if they were serving your soul optimally. They wouldn't. And it could be that they're going to come back into your life, or the thing will come back into your life. Then let that happen. This is a chapter of us loving ourselves, of knowing the reality of a reality, understanding that everything is cooperative, intelligent, and interconnected, that everything serves function, that nothing is random, nothing is meaningless, nothing doesn't serve the greater benefit. See, that's the whole thing about holism. That's the whole thing about The Alchemist Awakens. That's the whole thing about my website, The Alchemy of Holism. It is the fact that holistic realities inherently serve for benefit. Nothing ever serves for detriment. It just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in living systems. So once you know that, then trust becomes your foundation of reality, and you can go through events after events, and you're going to let them happen, because you're going to see that the things that are unfolding are representing the reflection that you need to see in order to grow yourself. And then once you get to see things clearly, and when you attend to the calling and grow yourself, then you're able to actualize your power in a new way. How juicy is that? So that's enough for now, maybe more to come, but for now, let's move into the individual scopes. let's take a look at the I Ching hexagram that came forward for you to reflect the microcycle. You received 18, repairing what is spoiled. The 2 trigrams that make up this hexagram are mountain above, wind below. So let me read here. This is from the Visionary I Ching. Something has been spoiled, and it is time to repair the damage. In the world of human affairs, indulgence and corruption grow like weeds in an untended garden. They must be faced squarely and rooted out through bold action. Eliminating corruption and the sloppiness that often leads to corruption is one of the most ennobling of all human enterprises and can clear the way for fresh, new beginnings. Such repair leads to supreme success. The time has come to be lean and efficient. The weeds must be rooted out now, before the whole garden is lost. Fighting decay, indifference, and corruption is not a simple matter. All steps must be evaluated carefully, and planning must precede action. Resist the temptation to strike out prematurely. Gather strength behind you and marshal your inner resources, because arresting decay is no simple matter. When you do act, pay close attention to the process. Make your strike as precise and clear as the path of a surgeon's knife. Hi Libra, welcome to your 2015 May Alchemy Scope. Welcome. So you can see we're outside today. I really wanted to be out. And I've already pre-shuffled and pulled your particular spread. I'm using, again, my Siri deck, which you're familiar with, my 144 card deck. And then I've pulled one Major Arcana Tarot card for each of the weeks so that we can actually take a look at what microcycle within the month will be unfolding. So you received a relatively simple spread. This is looking for, at least this is a general spread for Libras. This is not going to apply to all Libras. For a majority of you, or for many of you, this will be a month of challenge. It's definitely coming up. Strength is the issue at hand. So you will be developing your strength this month. You're going to have fear come up. You're going to have fear. And again, this is my own personal deck. Not all of these images will resonate for everybody. You're going to have fear arising for you at a foundational level. And this did come up in the foundational level, which is about our 3D reality. It's about home and business and structure. It's about, security issues. There's some activity happening. It could literally be that you're moving or that you have to move, or that there's some activity with regard to home that is evoking a bunch of fear in you. So there is activity, and this is a flurry of activity, by the way, in the mind. This is the mental sector of the spread. It's interesting because emotionally it will be difficult for you. You're going to be feeling stress this month, or at least, again, this is the majority of Libras. This is not all Libras. So there's going to be some emotional stress being evoked within you this month. And it's going to have to do with, the Divination card refers to spirituality in general. This could be an organized religion that you follow. This could just be your spiritual bent, what you're inclined to. You're going to be asked really to dive into your spiritual essence, to really go there, to really connect with spirit, and the emotional difficulties are driving you to do this. Nothing happens in our lives that does not serve function. Nothing. Everything serves function. Even if it feels awful, it's serving a function for our growth and evolution. So you are going to want to dive into your spiritual nature. You're going to want to ask. You're going to want to actually connect. So that's the kind of the basic theme. And then if we look at the month, so your first week, you get the moon. I'm using Dame Darcy's deck, by the way, for the tarot here. So you get the moon. The moon is about discernment, actually. The real meaning of the moon card is about seeing clearly in reflected light. So in shadow, seeing clearly. It's about discernment. It's about developing your ability to see clearly in shadow. And the moon card is coming up for you. So, and it's also on a more, I guess, readily accepted perspective. It's about delusion and illusion. It's also about emotionality, the depths of emotion. So it might be that you're going to be dealing with depression or sadness. It could be that you're going to be dealing with feeling like something is not, something is diluted, something's not clear. And then in the second week, you receive the Justice card upright. And the Justice card is about balance. It's about fairness on the bigger scale. So that whatever is happening, even though it might seem unfair on our particular individual perspective and point of view, on the bigger level, if you zoom out and you look at the whole picture, you pull out and you see your event in a bigger arena, a bigger holistic picture, there is justice playing out. So in the second week, you're going to have some experience that brings up whatever is evoking, for example, this fear about a move or about other activities that are going on that are causing difficult emotions and really pulling you into diving into spirit. Things are happening the way they need to for you. Things are happening as they are supposed to, as they need to, for you to see, for you to dive into spirit, for you to connect to that faith and trust. So the second week, you're going to have justice will be played out, but you might feel as though, okay, I see it, I get it, I'm understanding. And then in the third week, interestingly, because it does, there's a little back and forth going on. In the third week, you get judgment reversed. Judgment is about heeding the call. It's about listening and attending appropriately. Essentially, it's about this. It's about connecting to spirit and doing what's needed. It's about responsibility of self. It's about accountability, taking accountability, hearing, listening, heeding the call, learning the lesson. That's what judgment is. It's a test that is asking to be learned. You received it reversed. So in the third week, there's going to be a lack of willingness to listen, to heed the call. There's going to be some denial maybe at play, which is maybe part of the moon, the lingering moon from the first week. And then in the fourth week, the Emperor comes in reversed. And the Emperor is about several things. It's about manifestation and form. Of the 3 tiers of the tarot, it's in the mental sector. So it's card number 4. It's about form. It's about also practicality of mind. It's about father figures and that sort of thing. But it's reversed here. So you're going to have, and again, because we have kind of this foundational element showing up, fear in the foundational sector, a possible move or some activity that's triggering the fear, it could very well be that there is some structure that is causing you fear. Maybe it's again, it could be moving home, or it could be a change of home, or some sort of shift that's occurring. You didn't get the Tower card. You didn't get anything else referring to kind of a catalyzing shift, but there is something causing you fear regarding your foundations. And it looks like the last week that's going to come to a head, or there's going to be some evidence of the manifestation of something in manifest form that's shifting. So Libras, let me go ahead and, oh my gosh, I want to cry. This is beautiful for you. Find the blessing in your current situation, Krishna. Amazing. Amazing. Because this could prove to be a challenging month for many of you. And I so love and support you. And I think this card is just fantastic. So I'm going to read a little bit. This is, by the way, just a reminder, this is the Ascended Master that's coming forward for you with a very, very specific piece of guidance for you. And this literally could not be any better. So let me read from Doreen Virtue's book here. Let's see. Here we go. So Doreen writes, every situation offers opportunities to grow and learn. When we curse a situation, we block its energy flow, and things fester and grow worse. In contrast, as you recognize the blessings within your current situation, supportive and healing energy flows toward you. This card comes to you because there's an unrecognized blessing within your current situation. It could be something that you've learned or gained, for example. Recognize the blessing to accelerate the healing and manifestation that's trying to come to you. I can say, just from my own experience, that couldn't be more right on. When we understand that everything serves function, that everything serves purpose, that it's a benefic source field, universe, God source, that it's actually an abundant creative source that is always flowing forward. There are contracted cycles within these big microcycles, but the source field is essentially abundant. It's always flowing outward. It's creative. It's emergent. And when we understand the cooperative agency and the intelligence that's in play in natural systems, honestly, there is such a release, because a trust, a deep, abiding trust, gets developed, rooted in your system, and you're able to know with certainty and get evidence of it, I should say, that that all happens that serves. It always serves. It serves the part and the whole. It serves the individual and others. It always, always, always does, even if it doesn't seem like it in the moment. Okay. So for the archetypal quality set that wants to emerge through you, you received healer. Let me read it. So the shadow attributes: taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. So fear of structural stuff going away. So it could be, and strength being called upon. So, failing to care for oneself could, make this emerge, for example. And then the high frequency attributes: passion to serve others by repairing the mind, body, and spirit, ability to help transform pain into healing. I really love this for you. I mean, it's interesting too, because if we again come back here, I have to say, the challenges that you're now going through might very well be pointing you to a spiritual path that awaits, that might involve healing others. Like, it might be that you're tapping into spirit to bring healing to others. Just an idea. So maybe that's part of this message here for you. Beautiful. So Libra, let's take a look at what else we have for you this month. Libra, so let's finish off with your Dakini. This particular goddess is coming forward to reflect essentially the embodiment. So if you were to embody this goddess, you would be optimally served to move through your cycle of this next 30-day period in greater flow, with least effort, with greater bliss. You received number 54, Vegetativa, a reminder that this is from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle. When the earth receives water, she pushes upward into the air. Who is Vegetativa? She is the green growing power in all vegetation. As Pele is the lifeblood of the earth, so Vegetativa is the lifeblood of the plant kingdom. Blood and sap are very similar. She is chlorophyll, the plant world's hemoglobin. She is the green sprouting essence of all vegetation on earth, from the tallest trees to every blade of grass. She is the embodiment of the tree spirit. This is similar to the yakshis of Hindu culture, but whereas they are spirits living in trees, Vegetativa is the essence of the spirit of the tree itself. She is present in all vegetation and is the energy that promotes growth and makes things flourish. She is the garment in which the planet chooses to clothe herself. I'll read that again. She is the garment in which the planet chooses to clothe herself. Vegetativa is your green card. Now, there's much more here that Penny Slinger writes, and the link to the full PDF document is in our online library, and the link to that is below. I bet you can hear those birds in the background. I want to bring you up to the camera, but it's too sunny, I think. There we go. Oh, there we go. I don't know if that's gonna... What you doing? What you doing?